Welcome back everyone. We are getting very close to the end of this painting. There are some final minor details, but I want to just focus in this session on just finishing the rope and the cork, and then we will do a session exclusively for highlights because there is a lot of them. And then I might assess the whole painting before taking the tape off to see if I want to do a final wash over the background, but we'll see when we get there. Alright, so for now I'm gonna just use a very much fine liner. This is, I think, a number 1 round brush. I want to just activate my paint. There we go. And now we're just looking at the shadows and a little bit of the rope details. So I'm going to use this grey that I've got here, that I've just activated, and it's probably a mixture of Payne's grey and this black of mine, Mars black. You can just see that's still very weak. Just going to add a bit of Payne's grey. I haven't filled up the Mars black well yet. Let's see, it's still not showing up really. Okay, so a little bit more. Let's try now. I think that will show up. Right, so I'm just going to go ahead and strengthen the shadow between the ropes. Just so that we can see them a little bit better. There's a little bit of a shadow there. Ooh. This is really fine work. Let's look at where the shadows are sitting here. I did get a little bit carried away yesterday after the camera died with a little bit of my Mars black. I just wanted to ground everything. So you might notice that some of the black outlines is rather intense. I just needed to capture that. But I might have gone a little bit far, but I think it will all balance out when we put in the highlights. Yo, that's a fine line. I'll just pick it up again with a bit of gouache. Okay, let's go for some fine details. This mixture is very wet here now. A little bit stronger. This is very fine work. But it's all worth it in the end. Right, I'm gonna dig into this. This was raw sienna and a little bit of black and a little bit of quinacridone gold, the mixture that we made yesterday for the cork. And we are just going to talk a bit about this shadow line. And some of these little marks that you see on the cork, I'm just going to add some there as well. Really making it my own. Phew, my eyes are struggling and I'm shaking. I think that's enough. This one looks like it's got little grooves like that. Technically it can do with another wash, but I'm gonna let that dry. We can jump around on our page. Right. Okie dokie. I'm gonna bring my little bowl here because I need a clean surface and clean water, and I've brought my fresh gouache. I don't want to fiddle there, that is so contaminated with color, so I need a good clean gouache moment here for some of the highlights. I think I'm going to switch to this small number 1 brush. It's synthetic hair. It's very round. Just because I want to paint bigger sections on this glass surface now. So I'm going to go ahead and really mix this white gouache in this puddle of water. Alrighty then, let's see how this goes. Okay, so we've got like a nice strong section over here, and the gouache is going to seep into the watercolor and activate some of the watercolor. And again, I'm also just interpreting what I'm seeing. Wonderful. I think I'm gonna jump to my number one. That number one is very thick on the ends. It doesn't have a fine tip, and I need some finer lines now. These are the fun moments for me in a painting. That's maybe a bit much on the brush. Nice. Excellent. Very fine line here. Right. Now this famous middle bottle, I did go a little bit overboard with the wax, and I did try to tone it yesterday with a lot of grey color. So today I'm gonna try and bring some definition by using a nice white gouache in this moment. And we're going to do a little bit of splatter as well to try and capture some of these beautiful moments. And we will lean into some of these highlights. Nice. on the curvature of this bottle. Nice. Here's some sparkly moments. I feel that's good. Let's look at this side. That's good. Okay, let's jump to this third bottle. Right here is another line that I think is helpful. Okay, up here. Nice. Just playfully. And because you can't add a lot of marks, you can't continually redo it, it is helpful to try and just be as light and as gentle as you can on the toe of your brush. And to have a nice mixture ready to roll. Oops. That's okay. It's bright, but you can always lift it up if it's still wet. I think that's okay. It's a bit wonky, but it's okay. Let's fix it by adding a highlight on the other side. Here we go. Then it feels a little bit more centered. Right. That feels very pretty. I'm going to rinse that out. I'm going to jump back to my quill. I wonder if this is completely dry. I'm going to take out most of the water. I think I must soften this first. And I'm just going to do a very soft wash. On my cork, just to ground it a little bit more in color, I'm going to grab a little bit of this grey and just work it in on this part of the cork to indicate that there's a shadow there as well. Right, now I'm going to use some kitchen towel to protect the background. I'm just gonna place some tissue . Playfully everywhere. Like that. And I'm gonna grab a brush. I'm thinking I'm going to use my rigger brush and I'm going to fill it with my white paint. I'm going to take a deep breath and I'm just going to splatter very gently, focusing on the potion bottles. I think that is enough magical splatter. And it's okay if there's a few splatters somewhere else, but mostly it's on the bottles where I want them to be. So that will just have to dry, because you can always lift at the spot if it's really annoying. Like this one. While they're wet. Just soften them. And just take them to the background. Awesome, yeah, just to remove the glare of it. I do think that the background can do with one more wash. So let's get into that. Just gonna put that aside. I'm going to use this wall with this Payne's Grey mixture. I'm gonna add a bit more Payne's Grey. Whatever's left of that Mars black. I think the grey should do the trick. Let's just see how dark this is. Needs to be a little bit more. Yes, just show up a little bit more. Okay. Just want to rinse my brushes. Don't want them to stand in water. It's never a good idea because you do pay the price. Sure, it's nice and warm early this morning. Alrighty then, I'm going to take everything out of my way because for this exercise I actually think I'm going to turn my paper around and I'm going to lift it up so that the color flows from here away from my bottles, just as a safety precaution. All the wizard's trinkets on the table. Let's do this. And I'm going to lift my paper. Just like that out. So I want to work on an inclination, and that's going to help me to control the bead of water. I hope you guys can still see. Let me just make sure on my camera. Yes, I'm just going to turn it up slightly like that, just to make sure that it focuses on the actual artwork. And now we must just orientate ourselves because everything is upside down. So we're going to go around the table, everything in the background, everything but the potion bottles and the table it's standing on. I'm going to give it one final wash to push it back and to give it even more distance. I'm going to use my quill brush and I'm going to go in with this grey mixture. I'm going to start on the left and carefully just put this wash over everything. Lightly dance over your page. Be very mindful of everything. Don't rub too much. Try to just go over each section with one brush mark. Try not to massage the paper and rub back and forth too much. Now with cheaper paper, you will definitely not be able to do this. If you've got like 160 gram or something, you might find that you are lifting paint. But this is the advantage of professional paper, is you can continue to add washes over your paper. You must still be mindful and careful, but the paper is designed for this. There's just one area I'm going to skip, and that's this highlight over here. Okay, let's go to the top here. Beautiful. We put down the brush and we let it dry. I'll see you guys in the next episode, where I will peel off the tape and we will do a final assessment. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys real soon. Bye bye for now.